going to talk about how to measure things if you're working with precision, or if you'd like to find out measurements of edges and faces and so on. How to measure in Blender. So I'll show you a few tools available. So here you have our ruler tool in the menu here on the toolbox. So I can just, if I click Control, I will snap it. Yeah, so I'm snapping. So if you need to click and hold, and then keep it pressing the Control to snap it to the other end, and then I have here that measurement. I can click that one and here. And also I can go and just say, let's say this one to there, and then if I come in the middle, I can actually, you can create a curve, and you can see the angle. Let's say I'll do this. Yeah, so I know that that's 83 degrees angle. So that's one way of doing this, and you have to make sure it's right, it's not in the right place. If it didn't, so if you want to change that, you can hold, click and hold, and then press Control, and then snap it to the other vertex that you want to. Yeah, so you can use that. And in terms of units, you can come here in the tools, scene properties, and under units here. Yeah, so you have metric, imperial, so, and then you have degrees, meters. Normally the length is the one that you change, so centimeters or millimeters. I'm going to keep it meters for this because this is a big ferry. Okay, so that's one way. However, this is good, useful, but once I move away from my ruler, so if I click something else, so I deselect the ruler, that disappears. It hides, actually still there, but I need to click the ruler again. And I don't have a lot of control where I place those numbers. So I'm not, those other ways. Let's just have a look at another way you can do this. So if I go to press my tab key now to go to edit mode, sorry, tab key, and if I want to select an edge, I could come here down this arrow here, and then if I want to find out the length, so I can just click here, measurement tools, you have edge length. So again, it appeared over there, so and I have to, let's say if I select those two edges, and it just appeared the two edge lengths, but sometimes you don't want them separate, you want the entire thing. So I think you can select this and that. Let's have a look. No, yes, face area is edge length. No. So I would end up, selecting those two edges, and then, I can see the measurements. So let's say I get this face. Let's select this face here, and then you see, I select the face, and then the measurements appear on the length of every edge. It appears, as you can see. It's not very easy to see sometimes, and I haven't got much control again. So if I just press I for insert, and I insert this face, then I have here edge lengths for everything. So if you are working with the precision, that's another way. If you want to see the measurements, this is another way. Right, but that's edit mode. I go back to object mode and I don't see it. So let's say you want to send it something to your client, or you want to, like AutoCAD, you want to see the measurements and you want precision. So there is a built-in measure tool in Blender called Measure It. So I need to turn that on. It's an add-on. So go to Preferences. Just search here, Measure. Okay, Measure It. Here you go. Turn that on. And when you do that, you will see here, as you press, if you don't see this window, you have to press N for November again. So under View, go down to the, here, it's going to be here, Measure It Tools. Okay, so how does that work? Here you can create different types of measurements. Let's say, let's go, I need to be in edit mode for this. I come here, and let's say again, now I want to measure this distance and this, the length of this. So I can select the first vertex I want to the last one. So I select those two, I want the entire thing. I don't need the measurement of the two sides, I just want one. Okay, so select the two vertices and then press Show. Yeah, it doesn't show anything yet because you need to tell Blender that you want to show that segment. So when you do that, something appears there, the measurement appears. You can then customize this. So you can choose here, hide measure unit. So if you, let's just change here. Here, I'm just going to show you. I press segment, and then you can click an area as well if you're measuring area. Here I can expand. So it appear here this yellow thing, and I can change the color. Let's say I want a red color, and I can customize by clicking in the cog here. I can change the size of my font, right? And I also now, this line, I want it to be a little bit further away. I don't want to be on the top. So I need to think about, this is my Y angle, my Y axis. So I can change, put my text here, let's say. I can decide how thick my line is. And I can also, if I just expand this here a bit more so you can see better. So I also can decide the distance. So I can put the distance that way. That's the distance of my text in X and Y. So that's the distance of the text. And the distance, how far you want the line from, you know, the measurement line from the edge, the thickness, yeah. So, and you can choose as well the size of, if you want an arrow here, a triangle at the end here, a T shape. Okay, so you can put on both sides as well. So let's say if you want T-shape on both sides, so I'm just going to put a line, a triangle and a triangle. So you have two triangles at the end, and I don't want that thick line, I would just want two. Okay, so that's the way of doing it. So you can also center left, center a line, and right a line. Okay, just put the center for now. Okay, so that's one way of doing. If you want to add more, you can. So you can, let's say, select this edge now instead of selecting. Actually, I'm going to turn off the other thing that I had on. Yeah. So I'm going to select this edge here. And again, I'm going to come here and I say press segment. Yeah. It appears here because my configuration is that color. So if I want always to appear in the same color, I come down to configuration and I say, okay, I want all my lines now to be red. and I want all them to be center aligned, and I want the text size maybe 21, 22. Yeah, so let's just delete this one now, and if I come down here again and press go up there, segment, now it appears with my new configuration. Okay, and now you have to be careful where, so this one is that one. Every time I create a new segment there, it will appear down here, so you need to check which one you're talking about, which one you are actually measuring. So actually I want a stronger color, and you can change the distance. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. In order to close this one now, and I open this one. Yeah, so you're going to have a stack of lines, that measurements that you need to open to change them. So I don't want this to be in that. So you can also here choose your axis that you want to display there, and so here, let's just have a look here. Yeah, I don't want this diagonal line thing here. So I think automatic position. Oh yeah, you need to untick the automatic position if you want that straight line. If you put automatic position, we would do it in a kind of diagonal line. So if you don't want that, and then you can decide where you want it. Yeah, so you can customize the size, the position, the size of your font, the thickness of your line, and the color. So it's really useful. And sometimes you want to, that's what you want to send to your client. Yeah, it's just, I don't want that. I want to maybe like this. Yeah. So you can decide how you want it. So if you, let's say you can then measure from here to there. Let's say, sorry, from here to there. And then again, press segment. Yeah, if you press the Y, it's gonna measure that and Z. It becomes a mess, so you have to decide. If you, for every time you create a segment, it will appear down here as a list. Yeah, so you can delete that if you don't want that. Yeah, I don't want this measurement here. I just want my third one. I open up and make the distance, and I don't want automatic position. Let me just oh yeah, it's there. So which one is it? It was that one. I was trying to do something different. So this one, I don't want it. Delete. This is because I click all those axes at the top here. So I don't need that one either. I just want this one. And this is the one that I want to modify. Is it this one? Yeah. No, that's the wrong one. I need to open. It's very confusing because once you finish customizing one, you just close it so you don't get confused. So now I open this one, so I'm sure I'm working in the right one. So now I can change my distance, and I don't want automatic position. I just want to be flat on the floor. And yeah, and this one, for example, let's say is a different type of measurement. I want to put it in yellow. and move my font away. That's it. Okay, so that's the way for you to measure. And if you go back to object mode, all the measurements are there. You can send it to your client without any problem. So and it's clearly, you can see clearly. You can put any colors and the size of a font. It makes it very easy to see. Okay, so press N to close that. And there you have it. So that's all for this video now. And I see you in the next video.